champion something. Anyway, millionaire type of stuff, right? But anyway, like my wife's family, they commune. We had a big house for Thanksgiving. It's fly. But anyway, we
Where was it
went.
at?
It's just outside of Orlando.
Oh, this is okay. This is the one in Orlando you was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Okay.
just outside of Orlando.
Kissing
But
me? Was it kissing me?
no. I'm gonna look it up, but it was some
Might
kind
be
of.
Davenport. Might be
It's a
Davenport.
resort town.
Yeah, that might be Davenport.
Like
That
you
might
What
be
gotta
town?
Davenport.
when you
Word.
drive into the like it's a whole sign that you driving into it. They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
all these stores.
It's made
Yeah,
for
they got a
golf.
lot of them in
Right.
Orlando, bro. They got a
It's
lot of them
made
down
for
there.
that, right? But it's
Yeah.
fly.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, we get to the course, dog. The clubhouse, it's one of them. You drop your bags off. The shit, they clean it. They clean your clubs for you before your round and after your round.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
The,
shit.
the, the,
Okay.
the carts digital.
Okay.
Yeah, we done
Nice.
had digital.
Nice.
We done had digital
Look,
before, baby. We done had digital before.
nah,
You
but
know
when
what
I
I'm saying?
tell you,
I
the
had
cart
Bluetooth
had a
beat.
GPS on
I
it,
had
so when you
Bluetooth.
off course, it tell you off course.
Yep, yep,
Yeah, that
yep,
could be
yep.
annoying, but I do
Yeah,
like the feature, Twan.
it
It's
can
fly
Yeah.
be
feature.
annoying. It can be
It's a fly
annoying.
feature though. It's a
Yeah,
fly feature. Have you?
but
Did they have
it's
air
fine if you don't
conditioning
know
in
the
the carts
course.
though? Did they have air conditioning in the carts though?
No, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. We didn't have that.
You gotta have that.
We
That's an
didn't have that.
extra one. That's an extra one. But go ahead, go ahead. I want to hear more
No,
about
no,
the
no. I'm
course.
Nice.
just saying. When I tell you
Nice.
the course is fly, you just don't. It's kind of dope. It's
Yeah,
the
Nice.
scenery.
I
They
mean,
really take their golf serious. In
yeah.
that
My
area.
concern is I'm too loyal to Harold when it comes down to just our friendship and life. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
Hey,
make
bro.
like if Harold has his way and we go down to Myrtle Beach, I'm gonna be
Uh,
there. It's not like I'm
I
gonna be like,
didn't
nah, I'm
say
not going.
Myrtle Beach, yo. I didn't say Myrtle Beach. I just said anywhere else.
But hold on. If I can guarantee you early morning tea times, are you in?
Champions Gate. That's what it was called. Champions Gate.
Champions Gate. Okay, word.
I've actually heard of that, Twan. I've
Yeah,
actually heard of that.
Champions Gate. That's what it was called. It's
Yeah.
fly.
See, the two things for me with Florida was just the heat and it rained every day, yo. Like
It's seasonal. Rain is seasonal. People say that it
No,
just
no, no,
don't.
no. He's not lying. Orlando, bro, it rains every
it
single day there.
rains
It
in
rains a lot.
Florida.
It rains a
It
lot.
rains every single
It's
day,
not
dog.
Seattle rain. It don't rain like it
No,
don't rain
no, it
like
don't last. It don't last.
it, it,
It is
it
Yeah,
might
it
cold.
don't
rain for
last.
50, it'll rain for 15 minutes. You never see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Just to get
yeah.
Yeah.
hotter. Just to get
Well,
steamy.
I tell you what, Harold. I tell you what. I'm cool with going anywhere but Myrtle Beach.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if we go
yeah.
to Savannah, if we can do the A, it's just bro, I'm tight on money right now, and the only thing
Hilton
for
Head.
us
It's
grown ass people to do in the A is to go to the strip club.
Hilton
That's
yeah,
all.
Head.
yeah.
You should do it. Y'all should do
Hey,
Hilton Head. Hilton Head is a
hey,
spot too. It's
hey,
close.
wherever, man, wherever. It just, I'm down with early morning, man. You know me. The way I look at it is, if it got to be 8, if it's the 7, if it's up to 7 or 6, then I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, no, I feel you on the
So
late. I
that's
feel you on the
why,
late tea times
that's
though.
why it was
That's
funny
valid.
because
That's
when you
valid.
were like, he ain't say nothing yet, but I'm counting them in because I literally was like, I ain't gonna say nothing until it's about 6 counted, 7 counted, and then y'all will be like, "Yo, you in?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm
That's
in."
how our group is
Right.
though, and I've realized that
Yeah,
everybody,
I'll do that.
torn like that, torn like that. That's
What
that
about
iffy
what am
shit.
I?
That iffy shit. Like torn, you in? Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm in. And 30 days later, I got this going on. Hey, listen,
No,
man, going
you
to a
gotta
golf
know.
trip. Let me be clear, and this is for
Mm-hmm.
anybody listening. When you play golf with a
Mm-hmm.
group of guys, golf is so fucking therapeutic
Oh yeah.
It is.
that you cannot
It is.
back out
Oh yeah.
unless it's involving your kids
Oh yeah.
or you and your wife beefing. If it ain't one
So
of them two reasons and
here's
you
the
done
thing.
said you going
Yeah, I'm gonna give you
and
the
you don't
master
show,
class on me. Drew will tell you this. I'm gonna give you the master class on me. If you ask me to do something, well, two things. One, if you don't ever ask me to do something that's further than a month out, hey man, or further than 2 months out, hey man.
well, I
If
mean,
you
I can tell that from you by
you set
your
yourself up
text
for this, now,
etiquette. Your text etiquette is horrible. Nigga
hey,
get sent 7 text messages before 7 a.m. and we don't hear from him again till like the next
this
morning.
this is
You
what
know
my
what I mean?
life
Like
That
he
is.
nigga
don't
be up at
This
3
respond
in
to
the
is
shit.
morning.
my
Cause he be
life.
up at 3 in the
Nothing.
morning.
Like nigga,
I
what is these texts
respond
at
my life. It's a lot.
6:55?
It's a lot of
That
life.
nigga don't
But
sleep.
anyway, if you ask me to do something and I'm like, probably I should be. You can go ahead and count about twenty
Yeah.
percent. It's about a 20%.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
don't hit
All
you,
about the
and that's
all
cool.
about
I
the
get that.
definite. All
I
about
get
the
that. But
if
the
definite.
I'm gonna
group
hit
that
you
we
with
got,
the
Twan, they vets
Man,
though. They done been on golf trips. They done seen we
but
have
I
a
would
good
never do
time.
that. I would never.
Yeah,
I
they
would never confirm nothing like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
that's
I
what they
don't.
be
I
doing.
don't play like that either. Now, no, 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 no.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what they
play.
be doing. Like
I'm
when
talking
E
about
put
like
it,
regular small, like yeah, stuff like that. No, I wouldn't. No, that's rude. That's rude because that's
we
Yeah,
money.
you
still
locking
haven't
in.
we still haven't done actual like just us four going to play golf somewhere though.
I'm
You know what I
always
mean?
down. It's
Like
mad golf
that's what we
courses.
need to get on tape so people can see what it is.
True believe,
Yeah,
true
we
believe.
had to hit.
I just
We
got
got
me a
to
new
hit Hillcrest
I got a
when
new
it's not
Achilles. I'm ready.
19.
Hillcrest, man. It's so many dope golf courses down here, man. If we gonna
Oh no,
do
now
it,
Myrtle Beach has hundreds of them, bro.
oh
Myrtle
well,
Beach has
Myrtle Beach too.
hundreds.
No, he
Myrtle
was
Beach,
talking about Low Country, which is
Oh yeah,
Charleston.
no,
cool, but
Charleston. I
Yeah.
definitely want to tap that Charleston market down
I,
there. You know what I mean? I definitely
it
want to
just
go
got a.
down there. I would
anyway,
love to
They
go to
just
Kiowa Island, but my pocket's a little
my
light for
my
that.
first my
no,
first
they got
experience
it's
with them
levels. The
wasn't.
thing about Charleston is every level.
Mm.
It's a 300.
Yeah,
We got
it just
300 round
moved
courses,
too
$300
slow.
round courses, and we got
Yeah,
$30 round courses. Yeah,
yeah. I just
We we just have to
Harold.
go to one that is not people walking in the course, also slowing it down.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of
yeah,
almost got to find like if we gonna do what we want to do, it's got to be a little bit off brand. You know what I mean? Like a Hillcrest, Camden. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It can't be a super nice course because we
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
want
It's
to get
gonna be something we just try to.
footage
Yeah,
and all that other type of
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm
it's gonna
saying?
take a little
we just
time.
messing around. Yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah.
before we get into anything else, I wanted to give my brother the floor to speak his piece because his
Whew.
beloved coach is not a Hall of Famer, not a first
Oh,
ballot Hall of Famer, and it's been a few days since this story broke, and the internet's gone crazy. But this is the first time we've communed together since everything went down there. You had some strong word feelings in the chat. So I felt like this was a good first topic. So, Drew, how you feeling? Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Conventional wisdom feels like he's gonna make it probably next year, but it is what it is. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you have any thoughts?
Nope.
Anything you like to say about it?
Nope.
No,
I've,
nigga
I've been
said
praying
nope.
about it. I was gonna get
no,
on here and curse a lot, but I prayed about it.
no. This is actually not the day that
I'm
I
gonna
need
just,
you to have
I'm gonna
heat
say,
because this is. I want you to speak your truth. You can speak it in a calm manner, but I do want you to give your honest feedback and opinion. So don't like you don't have to crash out. But I do want you to expound on your true feelings and opinions. Let's dig into that.
but no, I mean, I think we all know he's a
Because I
first
have
ballot.
some. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think we all know he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I got the reasoning you said in the chat, the plate gate, all that other shit. But it's like, again, before we found out about Deflate Gate, before we found out about all the other shit, he was, to me, solidified as a Hall of Famer. You could take 2001 through 2005. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer before all the Deflate Gate
Mm-hmm.
shit. So, nah, hey, brother, I almost kidnapped my kid over that. But I said, you know what? I'm working on me. So I don't want to. I was going,
Good
I
job, bro.
nope,
I agree. I actually agree, but I do have thoughts. I've heard some things and I
go
have
for
thoughts.
it.
Anybody else got an opinion on that they want to add?
It was horse shit. It was clearly personal.
Absolutely.
I'm not a Patriots fan, but I promise you, when Andy Reid retires, bro, he's gonna get in first ballot. I
Yeah.
promise you, when
Absolutely.
Sean McVay retires, he's probably gonna get in first ballot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you can't take the guy who got the most Super Bowl wins ever and say he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. Like, he's literally been linked to damn near the Giants was a great organization, and he was the D coordinator. He
You
coached
got two
Lawrence
of them.
Taylor.
You got two of them.
Got two of them. You know what I mean? Then you go get your own organization after you leave the Browns or the Jets or wherever you came from, and you go to the Patriots, the New England Patriots, and turn them into a dynasty.
Yeah.
You turn the Patriots into a dynasty, a straight up powerhouse. Like when we were born, bro, the Patriots were the worst team in the NFL. All y'all. I guarantee they was one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Oh,
This
one of
man
them.
got there and got six
Yeah, I
Super
forgot.
Bowls, and he's not a
Yeah.
first ballot because he banging some young girl from North Carolina.
You
That's what
think
it
it was
is.
because of that? You think it was because
Yeah,
of that?
man. It's because how I'm telling you, it's media voted in.
Right.
Look how Bill
Which I
treated the
hate.
media.
Which I hate. But go ahead.
I
Yeah.
hate that shit too, but look how Bill treated the media. It's why I don't like Tomlin. You know what I mean? Like, I think Tomlin is an amazing coach. I hate the way he talks to the media because you talk at motherfuckers. Like, instead of just,
Yeah.
hey, you get paid millions of dollars to answer these questions, bro. Just answer the fucking question. Like, just answer the question. And that had a lot to do with it. His behavior at North Carolina. I don't think the Deflate Gate really had a lot to do with it like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
I think it
cop
was the
out.
more recent shit. Yeah, it's just a cop out. I mean, there is no arguing that he shouldn't be. I don't give a damn what statistics you want to throw out there, bro. Six.
No,
If
no,
he
no, no,
don't
no,
get
no,
in
no.
with six, stop saying that Michael Jordan great. That's all I'm gonna say. Just stop saying he's great. Just stop saying he's great. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop
So
saying he's great.
here's my thought. Here's my thought. I agree. I actually think before I say anything else, I think I would have voted him in first ballot Hall of Fame. So
Absolutely.
this was before we go any further. I would have, but the way my brain works, I like to see. I like to try to look at things from every vantage point, right? I like to do that. So anyway, so I started listening. I started listening to the other perspectives for the people who. I started listening to the people who were crashing out on the other side. That go too far about Belichick. Some of the people who's talking about the stuff you were talking about with at North Carolina, which I think that's crap because obviously that's not even the NFL. But anyway, so let's go back to Deflategate for a second. So a couple things I want to ask, simply just the messenger and asking from a different side. Two things with Deflategate, right? One thing I will say is that we do, as time has gone, minimize what Deflategate was. That's one. I don't think anybody's championship should be taken or anything like that. I'm just saying. Let's be honest about what it was. And not necessarily even Deflategate, Spygate. More so than
Mm.
Deflategate. Let me switch. Let's say Spygate. Because Spygate was the Rams, right? That was the
Yeah.
Rams Super Bowl.
Greatest
So,
show on turf.
right. Which is makes things kind of interesting, right?
Very interesting.
So
Very
if
interesting.
you were a St. Louis, I think they were still in St. Louis at the time. If you were a St. Louis Rams fan, or if you were a member of the St. Louis Rams organization, and you had the greatest, literally unstoppable offense, Torrey Hope, Marshall Faulk, Isaac King, Isaac Bruce, come on. They literally had everything. And you lost in the Super Bowl, but then you find out that this is going on. Going specifically to what you said, Drew, just take that out, and he's still a Hall of Famer. You're right. Let me ask you this question, and you, even if you don't agree, can you see the argument, any of y'all, to where someone would say, "Okay, you're a Hall of Famer, but that was egregious,"
Mm.
and so maybe we take the first ballot status as, and I don't like the media vote because I don't like the way I don't like the penalty being in the hands of the. So I know what I'm saying. I don't really like it, but that's the system that we have. So I'm just arguing based on the system that's in place. What if they simply say, "Hey, you're a Hall of Famer, but that shit was wild," and because we've seen them do stuff like that with the Hall of Fame and other sports, they'll give you a little. And again, I don't like it, but it is what it is. That's we arguing the point. I'm just saying, can you? I see that argument, even though I still would have voted him in first. I'm just saying, I see the argument
I'll let
because of the
somebody
impact.
else answer.
The impact.
I'll let somebody else answer first.
All right. Not to
And again,
minimize
you
what you
don't have
said
to
as far
agree.
as the
I'm
impact of
just
that game.
asking: is there validity to the thought process?
Yeah, no, I'm not minimizing that at all. But I think when people say that, they're acting like the Patriots are the only team to get caught spying on other teams. This has been going on
Okay.
for
I mean,
years. The Patriots are just the big
I'm
name. It's Belichick, it's Tom Brady.
He learned it
So
from somewhere.
yeah, so people acting
He
like they
learned
were
it
the
from
first
somewhere.
team to actually spy. There are other teams who have been caught,
so
but it's just the
so. Let me. I
Patriots are the
was gonna
big.
say,
Oh, go ahead, go.
are there other teams that have been caught, or other teams that are just doing it? Because the argument that everybody's doing it ain't really doing. But if there's other people that's been caught, then I'd like to hear about that. Yeah. I was.
Did we lose?
Hello.
No, he was done.
Oh,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
kind of
I didn't
shocking.
hear your question. My
Yeah, he
bad.
was talking to you.
It
Say
was
the question. I'm
shocking.
sorry.
He was done after
I'm
that
not
one
see
statement.
you see that was an attack. And see, I'm trying to be a good host, and I'm trying to pivot and post and throw at the people and still
Because
keep
I'm
it.
annoyed that you try that your brain works this way. Instead, I'm annoyed. Like you know what's right, but you still have to try to
But
find
think about it
the
though, man.
other side.
I think it's good to be able to see things from other. You don't have
I
to
agree.
agree with every
I
vantage
agree.
point.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
And
I heard that thought process. I heard that argument, and I was like,
yeah, no. I know it's not you.
I
You just
get it.
bringing what you heard. I know it's
Yeah, I
not
get
you.
it.
You just bringing what you heard. I guess the way my mind works is like I can factor out bullshit. Okay, like this is what's bullshit to me about Spygate. Okay, yeah, he might have been stealing some signal plays, whatever, whatever. How many times has somebody had the greatest offense, bro, and they actually won the Super Bowl?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming. I'm
It's
assuming
pretty
not
low.
all. It's pretty low.
Usually, what happens is, and this is where I think you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Usually, what happens is that when you meet a great defense, that great defense has an advantage over you because they have so much film on your offense, and at some point in time, you run out of plays
Right.
unless you one of
Yeah.
these guys. You know, at some point in time, you run out of plays. Then it becomes who's got the dogs on their team, and that's why I feel like defense, like Cam Newton in that offense, that's not the greatest offense in the world, but you had probably the greatest weapon in the NFL at that time, which was Cam Newton. You know what I mean? Like he was that was peak Cam Newton, and it went up against a great Denver defense. You know what I'm saying? If they were stealing their plays or they had enough info to know what they were calling, then it's only the offensive coordinator and the head coach's job to make that not so. It doesn't make it right. It does not
So
make it right. But it's like, bro, you can't win six doing that, bro.
I hear you. So
Six?
here's my thought. Okay, I hear you. Here's my thing. Eh, Though we would have probably beat you anyway, but you still did the thing. Like so. Okay. I'm not arguing anything you say. So let me retract.
Yeah. No. You just bringing the other point.
The only thing I'm saying is that everything you're saying could be right, and everything Drew saying could be right. The only thing I'm saying is it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong for Belichick. It doesn't mean the information is wrong. And so I'm just saying, I know our personal feelings about it, right? But personal feelings aside, I see the argument. I see the argument of saying there's a penalty for this. And I've heard the argument say, well, he's already been punished. Well, no, the Hall of Fame thing just came up. And so I have seen other athletes or other Hall of Fame figures be held out of the Hall of Fame, a la Tio and other people. We can go down the list for personal stuff. So I'm not necessarily up in arms that it happened to Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen this before. You know what I mean? It happened to T.O. most famously, but this happened to a whole lot of other people before. So I get it. Yeah, he's a first ballot Hall of Fame. He has accomplished way too much for it to be argumentative. But I do also understand the fact of people saying, "But he did this thing," and I was like, "Well, yeah, he did do it." You know, and so I don't know. I
That's
get
my
it,
whole
but
thing. Not to cut you off if you're done. It's like you
okay.
can look at each team and find something that team did over a course of however many years and say they cheated here, they did X, Y, and Z. Is Drew Brees the first ballot Hall of Fame? Is Drew Brees? He's the first ballot Hall of Famer to you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah,
Bountygate.
Drew
Uh,
Brees is definitely first
Bountygate.
ballot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he is. No, he definitely is to me. Okay, they had Bountygate. You know how many years that was going on. My point is, you can look at any team in the NFL and say
But here's the
during a
thing.
period
Let's
of
go back
time
to
they did this or they. But
Bounty
I'm just
Gate
saying.
wasn't a cheating scandal though.
My point is, but no, but the Saints also got caught and they also got caught spying on other teams.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
about to
well,
say, Brian, I was a victim of the bounty gate shit. That was absolutely fucking cheating what you niggas was doing,
no,
bro. You
what I'm
was
saying
offering
is
20 grand to take my man fucking
no.
head off
No, I
out
got
here,
you.
dog.
But
Like,
Marcus,
but I'm saying you
Marcus.
can look at
You get what I'm saying
any
though.
NFL team and
I get what
say
you're
during a
saying. It's
period of
not
time they
necessarily
were doing
cheating
something
on the field.
that was outside of the boundaries of the NFL. Again, they
agreed.
also got caught cheating.
I got
So
you.
to look at
I'm
him and
just
say because he deflated the ball, he spied on a team, he doesn't deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't I feel like it's a cop
hey,
out and I don't
that's why
think it's valid.
I think it's a very nuanced conversation. I hear what you're saying. I think it's a very I don't think it's black and white on either side, but I think it's a very nuanced conversation. It's interesting to me. So man, it ain't. I think it's some gray area here.
That's
I
fair.
think.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That shit just black and white for me. 6 rings means when I'm up for the haul, I get in.
hey brother,
That's just what
apparently
it
don't.
means. You know what I mean? I can see if
Yeah.
he was betting on his old team like Pete Rose or some shit.
So
But
let
come
me
on,
ask a
man.
question. Let me ask a question. Let me ask you a question. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Let's delve into that real quick. What's worse? Let's take the Patriots out of it. Let's take that whole conversation out of it. Let's take the whole conversation
Mhm.
out of it. We're living in a world where one person bet on his team to win, not lose. Because I think
Yeah.
that's an interesting distinction.
Oh yeah.
Bet on his team to win games. The other person spied on the opponent. And again, I'm taking this ain't a Patriot thing. I'm just taking the two
Right.
acts. Which one's worse? I'm tending to think that the Spygate thing, again, just using that as a term, is worse than the betting on the. If you betting on your team to win,
I guess I'm gonna go with betting on the team to win only because of this thing right here. When you get to the NFL level, there are just certain things that you can't do that at every other level it's almost fucking acceptable and promoted. Like I give
right?
you an example. Like when I coached AAU, right? Like AAU coaches, people don't like. We took AAU serious. You know what I'm saying? Like we really tried to compete. So and we didn't recruit or nothing like that. So when we would go to a tournament, like we might have a Saturday game, but we'll get there Friday because we know the team that we're playing on Saturday morning is playing Friday night, and we're gonna sit
Right.
there and watch them play.
Right,
And if they practicing or they running through shoot around or whatever the case may be, we're gonna sit there and watch them do
right,
whatever. You know what I mean?
right.
Like to me, the advantage that people try to make it seem like I agree 100%. You shouldn't be doing it. And it does give you a little bit of advantage, but it's not like I have your playbook, bro. Like you know
Well,
what I'm saying? Like it's
I
not
get
like
it.
you
Okay.
know what I mean? I don't have your playbook, bro. Like it's
I
so
mean,
much shit you can
if you
do, right?
got
But
if I
then
got your practice, I don't. How much do I have? If I have
you
if I
don't
have
have a lot.
recording, if
You
I
don't
have
have a lot.
if I have a recording of your practice, I don't have a lot.
You got one practice. You got one practice, bro. Like they
Okay.
got defense, offense, and special teams. In
Okay.
that one practice, you got all
So is the
three of them.
argument you don't think he got that much, so it's not that big of a
I
deal?
don't think he got that much, bro. I think the
I'm
Rams ran
saying
up against
that's
a team.
that's okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't think he got that much, bro. I
I
think
think
if he
that's
wouldn't
kind
have
of.
never, if he would have never came out, they still would have won
So
because they
let
had
me
a
ask.
great defensive scheme.
The
They
only
did.
thing I'll say to that, Marcus, is that's hypothetical though.
It is. It's
That's
just
all
like
I'm
it's
saying.
hypothetical that he wouldn't. That's
Well,
hypothetical.
no. The only thing that's not hypothetical is he did the thing, and
Yeah,
so
he
he
did the
did
thing.
the
I'm not.
thing.
I'm not. I'm not
The
excusing the
results,
thing.
yeah, but
the
you
the
know,
whole the whole argument was, or not argument, the debate was which one is worse, and I think Pete Rose is worse because
okay,
yeah, you bet on your team to win, but nigga, you knew it was some bums on your schedule. You know what I mean? You knew it was some bums, and you guaranteed to win, and I guarantee you laid real big on them days. And it's like, bro, now that we actually able to bet, yeah, I feel some type of way about the goddamn manager putting 50 grand to beat the goddamn Toronto Blue Jays, and he know they suck and somebody else is around here, and then Vegas is laying an opposite bet, and you betting on the Jays because it's plus 1,500. He got insider information, bro. He got the same type of information Bill Belichick do.
well,
Only
so
thing different is he
you mad
profited
for
in his pocket. In
all right,
his pocket.
you mad for a different
So,
reason.
and
All
I
right,
Yeah.
still agree with Pete Rose being in the Hall. I
all
don't
right.
think they should have kept him out that long because that ain't got nothing to do with who he was as a player.
The game
You know what
and
I'm
a coach
saying? Like,
and a
yeah,
manager.
just on the coaching side of it, I agree. But just with that, but with Bill Belichick, yeah, I mean, listen,
Well,
nobody
I
really
think that
likes the
whole media
Patriots,
vote thing is old dudes that are close to the game that could never get into the game.
and I think
This
that's
is their
unfair
way
to
of
other people,
controlling
man.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah, you
I don't have an
controlling niggas.
alternative. I don't know how it should go. I think maybe the people who are in the Hall of Fame should have a vote.
Yeah, you
It's
just
enough
controlling
people.
people legacies like that,
There
man.
should
Like
be a
it's
voting class of the Hall of Fame.
yeah, and I'm
Like
telling you,
I
like
agree.
the
that
people in the
type of
Hall of
thought
Fame
process.
should elect 50 people. The people in the Hall of Fame should elect 50 of their people to be in the voting class. And
I
I
mean,
feel
yeah,
like
I don't have a
yeah,
solution. I just know it's
so that
always going to be
you vote on your
unfair.
own. You vote on your
Yeah,
own.
it's always going to be unfair, and it pushes players to make certain decisions that they probably wouldn't have if that pressure is not on. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. Like Dion was all about the money. You know what I mean? So him switching teams wasn't no big
Yeah.
thing. But a nigga like AJ Brown, right now, yeah, you know, he feel comfortable acting like that in Philly because I'm AJ
Man,
Brown and I can
I
go over
I'd
here.
strip AJ Brown to Cleveland so fast,
Mm,
bruh.
you got and I just think as an organization, you have to
So
be careful with
fast,
stuff like that. You have to be
so
careful with
fast,
stuff like that because
bro.
it's
Y'all
like,
know I'm a locker room person through and through,
yeah,
bro.
no. If you bad in the locker room, you bad in the locker room. But
You could go.
doing somebody wrong is why I get so upset with that conversation where, oh, we're mad that the players actually teamed up because they didn't want this
Who
GM
did
fucking
AJ
them over.
Brown
You
wrong?
know what
And
I mean? Like,
I'm legit asking.
yeah, that's why I'm like, bro, like that pressure now to win and be able to have that standard. Just imagine a motherfucker in the media that don't like you, and 20 years after your career, you up for the Hall of Fame, and he one of the motherfuckers that don't vote you in because he don't like you.
Yeah, that's I mean the media thing. Yeah, that's
That's
trash.
crazy,
Like,
bro. That's crazy, dog. And that shit happened to T.O. That shit happened to the Dorsett from the Cowboys. Bill Belichick. Now it's happened to a lot of people, and it's like, bro, you fucking with people's legacy. God, I don't wish no death on none of them. But what if one of them passed away before the end of the year, bro? Like you
I
literally took
yeah.
that away from them, bro, behind some
feel
other
like
shit. That's crazy, bro. Like that's unacceptable to me. That's egregious.
Let me
That's
ask a
egregious.
question, and this is off Belichick, and then we'll move on after this. Is there anything that you could do to erase your? Okay, let's say said hypothetical player got 6 Super Bowls, right? Because this is specifically not a but. Is there anything that you could do that would warrant some pause on the Hall of Fame, or is it
Do some
just you got
Aaron
six, you can do
Hernandez.
anything you want to do in life? Is that what it,
Yeah,
I'm
nah, it
asking?
would have to be some crime, like a real
Yeah,
But
crime.
like
nothing sports
Aaron
related.
Hernandez type shit.
Nothing sports related could happen. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just certain
I
people
would
like
go.
right
I would
now.
go more so like because you want the hall to still be a representation
I
of
think a
some
lot of
type
people
of
get the Hall
Of
of
the
Fame.
game.
goodness.
I
Yeah,
think it's a lot of
and
people in the
of
Hall of Fame that
and
shouldn't
of
be.
humanity of a good person. So
Yeah,
you don't want this person to win 10 Super Bowls and then turn around for the next 3 years knocking people off.
and
Like what?
they are rapists or they are rapists or some
Yeah,
shit.
So
You know what I
okay,
mean?
okay. I think okay. Let's do this. I think this is a good conversation. Okay, let me ask this question. Let's say you are the Eli Manning type. Were you on the fringe? I think the 6 Super Bowls is too much. So you're on the fringe. Or take Eli out. You just said player. You on the fringe. Like you ain't first ballot. You know you one of them. We gonna get you in, but hold on. There's some other people that's
well,
gonna
I got
skip.
the person. I got the perfect person. Take Eli out of it. Antonio Brown.
Well,
Mm,
I took players out of it
mm.
because I didn't want any personal attachments to it.
I'm gonna tell you
But
something,
No, that's
brother.
fair. That's a good one. That's a good
It
one.
is a good
And I'm
one.
gonna tell you who else
a
gonna
good
have a
one though.
problem. I'm gonna tell you who else gonna have a problem.
I don't think he's
If
getting in.
Henry Ruggs comes back and he's productive and has a ridiculous type of career, it's gonna
They're
be a
not going.
question whether Ruggs should be in there, bro.
They wouldn't put him first ballot at
It
Yeah,
all.
he's
wouldn't be
not.
first, no matter
At
what he
all.
does. He's
At all.
already not first ballot,
He could come back
And
and eclipse Moss
and
in
he still
New
wouldn't be
England,
first ballot,
and he
and he
would
still
not
wouldn't be.
be.
The first
It wouldn't
ballot.
happen.
Yeah,
See,
first
I
ballot.
agree with
Okay,
Harold. I agree with Harold.
so let's go back to the AJ Brown of it all. If AJ Brown was Marvin Harrison in attitude and demeanor, same production, is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
Is he?
yeah, yeah.
Why? Because of the Super Bowl?
No, I
I think
think
I'm a tough grader. I think I'm a tough grader.
I think here's the thing. Like, okay, like Drew, you got your computer up.
yep.
All right, okay, can you look up who got in?
Is that
Like,
the
and
whole?
I'll tell you right now, like, what I feel like this
Come
shit
on, this year?
is. Yeah, like who got in? We know Eli didn't
Okay.
get in. We know Bill Belichick didn't get in. So those
Well,
are two
Eli wasn't gonna be the
slots.
first ballot. Yeah.
But
It's some
he's
old
top.
dudes that. So why Drew's looking that up? Let me explain. So Eli and Belichick wasn't even in the same. It's weird how football does it. They have the regular Hall of Fame, which Eli's in, the players that they come up as their time goes off, right? Then there's a legacy, or I don't know what they call it. It's a legacy vote, which is old people and coaches. They throw coaches in there.
Right.
That vote is a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
So they give you 5 people. This is how they happen. They give you 5 people,
Okay.
and you have to vote for 3 of those 5 people. So Drew,
Okay.
look up the 5 people that Belichick. Well,
We got
The
maybe
5
that,
people
that
we
that
got
got
Eric
in.
well
Eric
the three,
Allen.
it's 3 people. But before you say that, so it's go ahead, name the people the legacy people that got in, Drew. You said Eric Allen,
So we don't know Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates,
Antonio
and
Gates would have been a legacy.
so that's it. Well, man, that's a 2025 class. Hold on.
So here's the thing, right? So Marcus, let's just say it's the 4 of us vote. We're the voters, and you have to get 3 out of 4 votes, right, to get in.
Okay.
And in my head, I'm like, oh, he's automatic. He'll get in. I'm gonna try to get this person in. So I leave this person off my ballot. But then
All
Drew
right, I
does the
got you.
same thing, thinking the same thing. And so now you don't make it because of that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all
So you
both.
want to
But again,
You kind
never
of
mind. Go
you
ahead.
want
enough
to
people
finalists?
thought enough people were gonna do. I don't know. I just think that some of that may be the case. But go ahead,
Yeah,
Drew.
who's the finalists? I guess those are the guys that's gonna get in. Who's the finalists?
So we got Drew
Yeah.
Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Jason Witten, Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne.
So those are the regular. There's a legacy class
Let me
of
see
older
legacy
players.
class.
Like
Well, Eli
who
shouldn't
was
have made it over none of them guys.
yeah, Eli wasn't gonna be a first ballot Hall of
And
Famer.
and, and Eli had a great career, but he didn't. He shouldn't have made it
He
over none
wasn't
of them
good.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think the Hall of Fame, I think too many people getting in just because they got a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I think too many,
That
and I'm not saying the Super Bowl is easy to win. I'm not trying to say that. But a lot of people got Super Bowls.
I just feel like that's part of ring culture, bro. Like
Bro, but it
that's
can't
what
just
people
be
care.
you got a Super Bowl and now we talk about. Do me a favor, Drew. Read those names off again.
Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Jason Witten, uh, headlining in 15. I went from the page.
You said Jared Allen.
Mm-hmm. Let me go
So
back
can
real
I
quick.
ask a question?
The only person on that list that got a Super Bowl is Drew Brees.
So, well, yeah, right. I got you. So let me ask
Oh
a
yeah, I'm
question
sorry.
though.
So the other ones,
Where
I'm
does
sorry, I
Jason
want to cut you real quick.
Where does Jason Witten land on the all-time tight end yardage?
Jason, I got you.
And I don't think this is Jason Witten's. This would be a first ballot for him.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
about to
think
say
he. I
no.
don't
He's
think
been
he
out
was either.
forever.
He been like
Yeah,
10 years since he been out. Yeah.
yeah.
I
I'm
literally,
okay. I'm okay with Jason Witten getting in before Eli.
Can I? It's not. This not an Eli conversation at all for
No,
me.
He's
I'm
This
just
is.
second.
I'm just saying
He's what?
He's second all time tight end in receptions.
Okay. Well, never mind. I'm a hush then. Go ahead.
see,
You said
it
receptions.
sound like motherfucker should
You
been
said
first.
receptions. What about y'all? Whatever. Okay.
He's second in
Point taken.
receptions and
Point,
receiving yards.
point taken. Point taken. I was wrong. All right. We'll
yeah.
move forward. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. It was them Tony Romo years. I forgot about that. All right.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
this is them Tony Romo years. All right. So
He was
okay.
the
So let's
he was
talk.
the
We've
original
been on here
third
long
down.
enough. Yeah. This is our last episode that we're going to record prior to the Super Bowl. Because we're definitely not recording Super Bowl Sunday. That we'll work that out. But we need to. We'll record sometime after Super Bowl so we can have Super Bowl reactions. Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it. So we got the Patriots. We got the Seahawks. We got.
Didn't we talk about it last week?
What if the game is? What are we, Marcus?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. It's already not a sexy
Hey Mark,
Super
hey
Bowl.
Mark, hey Mark. You see, it's a struggle for him already to not go into basketball. I'm over here
Right.
looking at
I
him.
like
Hey,
I made
I'm
a promise. I
he's digging
literally made a
so
promise
far
that
I'm
I
in that
won't
over
talk
bag.
here
about
looking at
basketball.
him. I'm like, this. Look at him. Look at the struggle. I'm over here looking at him like he
He at the
wants to
bottom
talk
of the
about
bag. Like the
basketball
nigga was like,
so
yo, let's talk
bad.
about
But
the game.
Hell,
He like, no, he like,
Hey,
let's talk about the game.
hey,
hey,
What? I don't care
yeah.
nothing about that game
It's
till
it's not
Sunday.
like I brought up the XFL matchup. I brought up the Super Bowl, my G.
That's
Man,
just
the
a
And he
list of
didn't bring up the
Seahawks
Super
Powerball.
and the
Bowl.
Patriots, man.
What are we talking about? What do
The
you
only
what do you
person going
want
for the
from me?
Patriots on here is Drew. That sums it up.
You hold on.
Oh
You know
my
what? Hold on.
gosh.
I like to make a suggestion. You know
What
what's a
would you like
good
to talk
topic?
about? What would you like to
You know
talk
what's a
about?
good topic? I would like to talk about the disarray going on in the Minnesota Vikings organization right now. I
Nobody
would
wants
love
to
to
talk
talk
about that.
about.
Nobody wants to
Talk.
talk about that.
Okay,
What's
so okay.
you know
I
what?
would
You
But
also
know
I,
what?
love to talk
You know
about
what?
how
Let me not
Josh
be quiet.
Allen. Hold on. I would love to
Go
talk
ahead.
about how Josh Allen stood up for his guy and basically slapped his owner in the face about Keon Coleman. I'm talking about very public. I thought that was like, whoa, oh, okay. Say less.
Right?
Now we about to see where the power is. That's a very interesting thing because
And guess what? We just talked about it. Now what?
what you mean?
I,
Go
I,
ahead. What is
I
Nah,
have
it?
an
nigga,
NBA
just trying to
question
be an
whenever you're done,
asshole,
brother.
man. It's better
No,
fucking topics than the Super Bowl,
I don't
bro.
have it.
Like
I got an
that
NBA
I
shit
don't.
question.
I
suck,
don't know.
dog.
I have
Okay,
an NBA
go
question
ahead,
whenever you're
Drew.
done.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, Drew.
Well, first, let me make one point first. Robert Kraft is a finalist to make this year's Hall of Fame, but Bill
Oh
Belichick
yeah,
isn't.
yeah. Robert Kraft. He's on that list. That's
So,
the list I was talking about. Who's on
so I'm
that
gonna
How
move
is this
list?
past
nigga
that,
on the list and the nigga who won the
Yeah,
Super Bowl
that's
ain't on the
crazy.
list?
brother.
I knew
That's
it
what I'm
was a reason. I
saying.
knew it was a reason I wanted you to bring that up. Who's on that list? Who's the finalists? Who are the finalists with Robert Kraft?
Oh, it
See
just
if you
showed
can
him,
type
but
of
I'll find it for
specific.
you real
'Cause
quick.
that's that
Uh,
second list. Fine,
that
we
shit is
won't talk
crazy
about.
to me.
This is the Hall of Fame
That
conversation.
nigga
Excuse
is
me for
a
taking the biggest
that
game of
nigga
the
is the
season as
owner
the
of the team that
appropriate
won the
conversation.
Super Bowl, but the nigga who coached him ain't on that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's funny. That is funny. But Harold, while Drew's looking that up, would you like to say anything about the Super Bowl?
Go Seattle.
Okay.
I
Go
mean,
Seattle.
We have
I'm definitely going for
yeah,
Seattle. I'm
So let
yeah.
me.
I
absolutely going
have.
for Seattle.
We're all going for Seattle, but Drew.
Yeah.
But let me ask this
Nah.
it.
question.
Nah.
So
Let me
Hopefully it's
ask a
a.
specific.
Hopefully it's a good
Hold
one,
on,
man.
Drew. Let me ask a specific question.
Go ahead.
Sam Darnold. Very interesting conversation. Well, two conversations. Matter of fact, I'll withhold that because I do have two good, and one of them includes your boy Josh Allen. So we'll hold that up. Go ahead, Drew.
It's Robert Kraft. Bill Belichick didn't make it. It's Ken Anderson, Roger Craig,
Yeah, the kicker,
L.C.
the kicker.
Greenwood.
Roger
Who,
Craig. And what was the
who the
L.C.
fuck is
Greenwood.
LC Greenwood?
bro?
He
You
was
know
a
who
former
LC?
Pittsburgh
Yeah,
defensive end. I don't
he one of
know.
them
Let me
ones.
see.
I think he one of them ones.
If that nigga gets here before Bill Belichick, bro, I don't give a damn which ones he was, dog. Ain't no way
I
that
think he
guy.
was a part of the steel curtain, bro.
I
Like
don't give
my
a
point
shit.
is, okay. My point is this, right? He's a valid Hall of Famer. Else, okay. Who's the other person?
I just left the page. Damn it. Let me go back.
Well, why'd you leave it so fast, Drew?
Roger Craig, Ken Anderson, and
Ken
yeah,
Anderson
Robert.
can kick,
Robert.
bro. He can kick.
Man, shut up, Twan. Man, go to the. What's the next thing?
Hey,
Man? Shut up, man.
respect,
Just
respect
shut
the
up, man.
kicker,
Just
dog.
set this shit up, man. Just shut up.
Roger
Roger.
I
Craig,
told
I
you,
can
man.
remember. Roger
It,
Craig,
What was
I
the
done heard
point you
that.
wanted to bring up about Sam Darnold?
it's
Because this
Oh,
basketball
shit ain't making
withdrawal,
no
bro.
sense.
shout out to
Yeah,
Ken
this,
Anderson, man.
Hey,
Shout
you
out to
don't
Ken
have to be
Anderson.
a
He made it.
basketball
He made
withdrawal.
it.
Hey, as soon as he start, man, I know how to. Hey, I know if I hit this little red button, the show continues. So you ain't got to dodge basketball, brother. Do what you feel. Do what comes
Oh yeah,
natural.
I still have a basketball question whenever y'all done. Go ahead.
oh, it's somebody else that wants to talk basketball. What a shame. What a
No, I
Got a
surprise.
made a
basketball question.
promise to Harold. In my defense, I made a promise to Harold that I would not talk about basketball until Super Bowl was over.
So
Nah, man.
what we gonna do
Hey,
after the
no,
Super
nah,
Bowl?
nah,
We
nah,
gonna
Then we
not
can
we
talk.
gonna not
We can
talk.
we can go
nah.
into
You can
anything we
talk.
want.
You can talk
It was a
basketball,
promise
but
I made to the
when you
producer.
talk football for 5 minutes and you talk basketball for 55 minutes and you're in the
That's the
middle
difference.
of football season,
That's
that
the
But
doesn't
my
make
difference.
question is high
sense.
level too. My question is also high level. So if you
Oh,
want
this
it,
nigga said he got a high level question. I can't wait to hear
high
this
Okay,
now.
level.
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
To me, I don't know if you
This is
agree or
Steve
not.
Nash question.
Basketball. Uh,
Hey man, see,
no,
see,
no,
see,
no.
see. Let the man
Yo,
speak, man. See,
It's
I
not a
swear I'm
look how
gonna
you
Steve
drop
trying
him
to
off
Nash
smoke.
if it
This
question.
why I
is.
be saying he an asshole,
Hey,
dog, because the
hey,
man
I
got a
He
real
swear.
can't.
question.
Hey,
He can't
Twan,
help it.
Nah, it's a
He can't
thing.
help it.
It's a thing, Marcus. Go ahead.
It was a real question.
I'm gonna
It's a
disappear
Is
until
thing.
the
he
NBA
finishes his
becoming a
question.
bad product?
Is the
Not a
NBA?
bad sport, becoming a
Yeah.
bad product. And here's what the reason I
Yes.
ask. There are way too many blowouts.
Oh,
To
this the
me,
betting question. This is a bet question.
no, it's not even a betting question.
Okay. I
It's
just
too
want to
many
make sure.
games where you have one or two of your superstars out and you lose by 60 points. You're still a professional. You got drafted because you were really good on somebody else's team. There's
Yeah.
no reason you missing two players off your team. You should be losing by 60 points. Got
And
some statistics for you.
okay.
March
Who wants to
Madness
go
will
first?
always be better
I
than
like to go
any
first if I can.
NBA
I'll
regular
be brief.
season.
Oh,
Go ahead,
That's
Drew.
I
because
agree
You
with
say
I
that.
you
got a
got,
reason for that, Harold, but I'm gonna let Twan go first. I got a
you
reason for
got
that,
your
Harold.
stats. You got
Okay.
your stats. Go ahead. You say you had some stats.
Oh yeah. So number of blowouts is up 22% already this year.
That nigga
We're
be
not even
going
Okay.
halfway
obscene.
there,
I'm gonna start calling
Okay.
you Stat Drew.
brother. It's because I looked it up. I was curious because
I like it.
there were 4 games today. Teams lost by 40 something points. Four. To me it's becoming a bad product. How? Like there's no pride in it. I
I'll
watched it, and Kobe
okay.
Bryant's not even a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan. I watched
I'm
one of
about
the
to say,
old Lakers versus the Mavericks games. They
be
were down by
mindful.
20 points. Kobe was the only starter still in the game. They lost
Oh
by
yeah.
2.
Ain't no quit in it, man.
You don't see that
Ain't
heart
no
no more.
quit
You
in it.
don't.
Ain't
You
no
do
quit in
not
it.
see that. You don't. That
I,
shit
I
crazy to me.
Ever
disagree, but
since
go
they
ahead,
started,
Twan.
ever since they started swapping jerseys. Anyway,
Yeah,
no, I'm good.
I disagree, but go ahead, Twan.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'll say this. I'll say this, and I believe this wholeheartedly. And I over the last 2 years, I've really watched women's basketball. Women's basketball it's a far better watch than NBA basketball right now.
I
Far
agree.
better watch to me. It's far more, especially if you are someone who likes the actual game of basketball and all of the different aspects of the game of basketball. You get that more watching women's basketball than men's. I think for me, I think athleticism sometimes gets in the way of, and I'm gonna sound old, fundamentals. And when I mean fundamentals, I ain't talking about bounce pass, chest pass. I'm talking about just legitimate aspects of the game. Sometimes athleticism overrides good play. Let me say it like that, right? And I think if you look at the women's game, it's a lot of athleticism, but it's still a lot of good play. It's still good team basketball. And I think, in my opinion, it's a lot of non-basketball related things getting in the way of how some of these dudes is playing basketball. That's my opinion. Whether that be endorsements, whether that be contracts, whatever you want to call it is what it is. But that's all I have to say about it.
Harold.
No, I think just from my standpoint, it's hard for me to okay, it's hard for me to get into and I can see from that point because if I turn it on and they down by 20 and I turn on another game and they down by 20 and I turn on another game and they down by 20, like at that point I'm watching golf. Like I'm not like it to me it's not the 95, 94, 93, 92, but then it was also 55, 56. Like to me it's too lackadaisical, if that's a word. They either on or they're completely off.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
either hitting everything or
There's
they're
no
missing
pride.
everything.
There's no
Yeah,
pride.
like you could tell to me when I watch NBA games, it looked like these dudes are at work. It doesn't look like they're playing because they love the game until they get to the playoffs and the hoopla. But for
Certain
me,
guys
when I
still
look
got
at,
that. Certain
but
guys still got that. But
for the most
yeah,
part, you know what I hate? But I still hate this, man, on all levels. I hate to see people smiling after they lose. That is the ultimate in any sport for
why they
me.
losing?
Or while
Oh,
they're
why they
losing,
losing?
I can't stand to
Man,
see you're happy about what? What are you happy about? So I
you,
see a
you
lot
that
of
don't
that
can't
with
win
even
at
bother
shit.
me as
basketball.
long as
It's a
that don't
lot of
even
it's a
bother me
lot
as
of
long as you
kikiing
give it
and pulling on
100%
each
effort when
other,
you get between the
and
lines.
it's a lot of nonsense or whatever. So for me, that's how I look at it. But I think ultimately or whatever, I think I like I said, that's just from my standpoint. I think it is guys who are serious, but overall, nah.
Nigga, the Nets lost by 53 today.
Well, the Knicks is
And guess what?
trash.
They're happy
They
about it.
shouldn't be that
They good
trash.
with
You're
that.
right.
They good with that.
They had. That's the
Uh,
plan.
They
but
okay with that because at the end of the day, that's just one loss.
Marcus, what you
that
You look like you deep in thought. I want to hear what you got going on over there.
I want to say this, and I want it to make sense. So I was trying to make sure I do it the right way.
You definitely
Do
want
I
to make
think
sense.
the NBA is putting out a bad product? Yeah, I do. I agree with that, but I also think it's not just the NBA fault. I think it's our fault. I think it's our fault as fans. I think we're spoiled, and I think social media has a lot to do with how we view the game.
mhm.
Um, when Jordan them played, bro, like it was great to be able to just watch them play against Charlotte or Miami Heat when they sucked or whoever, because that was the only shit going on. Like we didn't have all that social media shit going on and none of that shit. So that trumped everything. I feel like there have been has been so much advance in technology that it's trickled down and we never picked it up. Like nobody ever really picked it up. Like I would make my kids go outside and get off the game because that's how I grew up. Now, of course, most of the time they're gonna do the game shit, but I would make them go outside. And it's like you still have to look at it in a way like the world's changing and it's not gonna be that same thing. Like, do I think the NBA messed up by making it way less physical? Yes. Did I want to see prison ball like they was beating up Mike? No. I don't want to see that because that is not impressive.
Agreed.
And yeah, it makes for good
Agreed.
TV. Like fucking the baddies makes for good TV because they fighting every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But when, somebody who actually likes the game of basketball, I want to be able to see Michael Jordan move the
Agreed.
way he's gonna move and have somebody guard him and mano a mano who's gonna be the better player. You know what I mean? So that part of it, yeah, I do think the NBA messed up, but I do think a lot of it is on us. And a lot of it is on the players that go on these shows like Inside the NBA. That's a great show. I love Inside the NBA. They trash the NBA consistently. Consistently. They trash them. Even if it's great. Shaq got on there and was like, Donovan Mitchell ain't one of them ones. It wasn't even necessary to say that shit. It wasn't even, they do
So,
this shit
so
all the time, bro.
the
All the
only
time. The
reason I
media does it. The Everybody who got a little bit of following on Instagram does it. And it's like, bro, like how what do you want them to do? Like when Jordan was playing, bro, they wasn't making shit. Now the guy on the
Do you think the
bench makes
money
$10
mess it
million
up?
dollars a year.
That's what I was gonna
but the
say.
only thing
Do you think the money mess it up?
man,
Yes, the money messed
but,
up, but we are part of the money.
Mark,
We are
but
part of the
Mark,
money.
can I be 100 with
'Cause
you? I could give you that argument if the women's game wasn't such the opposite of what you're saying.
They not getting the money.
And I know they're not making the bread.
I think
Cool.
it
I know
speaks to
they're
the
not
point
making the
though.
bread. How? Yeah. Say what?
Wait till they start getting that money, bro.
I think
But
it
here's
speaks
the
to his
Wait till they
point
start getting
because
that money.
I'm sorry, cut you
but,
real quick, Twan.
go
I think
ahead.
it speaks to his
Go ahead.
point because if I'm the eighth guy on the bench, right, I'm never gonna play. Or let's say I'm a starter, right? I'm making $20 million a year. I know if I lose this game, I'm still gonna make $20 million a year. A lot of players don't care because the money's guaranteed. The women, they are
And
fighting for
that's
that money.
what
That to me, that's why
So,
they're
but here's the
playing
thing.
as hard as they
That's not
play.
the. But I get the money. Cool.
and
I
that's
don't have
what
no
I say.
argument. I
That's
have
what I
no
see
argument
when
for
I
the money.
watch basketball.
I
And
have no
I see
argument for
that.
the money.
I see a bunch of
Cool.
rich dudes
But
that
hold,
it don't matter if they
but
win or lose.
guys, but Marcus, I gotta
Absolutely.
push back. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta push back on it being our fault. I hear what you're saying. I'm
I ain't
not
say it was
arguing.
all our fault, bro. I said we are part of the
But
problem.
I hear. But I'm not even. I don't even think. Here's my thought process. I hear what you're saying, and there's validity to what you're saying. But I think that's a choice being made. So we have to because the ability to if we're strictly talking about the product on the floor, right? Cool. The money has changed. Cool. You making all kind of money. So what we're saying is because I'm making a whole lot of money, I can half ass my shit now, and
No, I didn't say
we
that.
can't call them out for not they half assing their shit.
I didn't say that, bro. I didn't. I'm not even talking about I'm not even saying that nobody's above the criticism. But Twan, you on the internet, bro? Like, do you really think every criticism a player get is valid? You
Did
didn't
I
see
say
this shit
it?
when Jordan playing.
I've
You didn't see
never
that shit when Jordan was
I've
playing,
never
dog.
be
That shit
clear.
was
Be
it
clear.
was a rarity. It was
But
a
Marcus,
rarity for the media to trash them.
don't misrepresent. I didn't say every. We're not talk. I never said every comment was valid. I'm not talking
But
about
that's what
that.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about the overall. The
But that.
overall.
Okay.
You
But the
can't point
question
out just one
was,
or two cases and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna
no,
push
but
back
if
on
we
that."
go back to the
No,
origin of the question, the man's question was, is the NBA putting out a bad product?
and I
So
gave
I
my
get it.
answer.
I get the argument, but the product they're putting out is still the responsibility of the NBA, of the
Agreed.
people in
I
the.
completely
Like,
agree.
specifically talking about the product, then all that other stuff you're talking about, may it be true, it don't really dictate the product on the court. There still has to be a decision to be made to say, I'm gonna go ahead, whatever you. If what you're saying is true, and the money is the reason, cool. Then the money is why y'all giving half-ass product.
That is not what I said. What I said was I agree with Drew's statement. It is the NBA is putting out a bad product. But I do think there are other factors as to why this product is being looked at negatively. That's what I said. And what I'm saying is, yes, as fans, I do think we are spoiled to a bit and we have way too much access to these guys that are supposed to be lauded and whatever, whatever. I do think the NBA, because fans have gotten so into this shit, has made billions and billions of dollars. So now you can pay the guy who plays seventh off the bench 10 million fucking dollars. So they all have money. No, yes, they are making a choice to not play well. I get it. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying it's not on the players. I'm not saying none of that. But what I'm saying is it ain't the only thing because as you said, there are guys you can see going out there and they giving it everything. Every time I watch Anthony Edwards play, bro, I don't feel like I'm losing money watching him play. We can say what we want to say about LeBron. Yeah, he don't play defense. He's 41 years. I don't feel like you losing money watching him play. I don't feel like you losing money watching KD step play. You know what I mean? I think you losing money watching Michael Porter Jr. play, but Michael Porter Jr. makes 40 fucking million dollars a year and he plays for the Nets. Again, a problem, a choice being made by Michael Porter Jr. But you're not about to tell me that the stars play like that because they don't. They don't. The
Okay, so
stars
let me.
don't play like that. They do play.
Don't sleep on Michael
You
Porter
could be
Jr.
me and
So
Drew
we,
Don't
could be
sleep
we
on
mad
make
Michael.
it
about
if we
KD not
if we
covering
make
the
it more
points.
macro. And let's make it more macro then. Let's take it off specifically the players. Because the question was the NBA. Cool. Let's make it more macro then. Because you talked about Michael Porter Jr., who plays for the Brooklyn Nets. So that takes me into there's a third of the teams in the NBA ain't even trying to win basketball games. Right? So
You know,
we can
let me
turn we go
let me
ahead.
one question.
Go
Do
ahead.
you feel like
Go
they
ahead.
was all trying to win when Jordan was playing, bro?
I'm not saying they are and they weren't then. What I'm saying to you
Damn.
now is two
Damn.
things. They're putting a bad product. One, there are way more televised games right now than there were back then. And
Agree?
we can say it or not, this is an entertainment product. So if they in Milwaukee on a Tuesday and them dudes half-assed for 4 quarters and it's never on TV, then guess what? They skated that, right?
Yeah.
But the byproduct of having all this media money is a whole lot more media attention, a whole lot more
Agree?
televised activity. You know what I'm saying? So
Agree?
what comes with
Agree.
this? Again, Michael Jordan made $1 amount. Michael Porter Jr. right now makes more money than Michael Jordan made
Absolutely.
per year. So we can.
Yeah.
So what comes with that money? Heavy is the head, right? More money, more problems. You can name the quote, whatever quote you want to give. There's more responsibility to that. So, but
And I don't disagree. I'm not
So let me
disagreeing.
ask you this. Let me ask you.
cool, cool.
Let me ask this. Twan, what is your stand on this? Because you're just asking questions. Where do you actually stand on this?
Ooh, nigga. Ooh,
You got
nigga.
seven. You got 7 minutes.
Get
You
him,
can answer.
Harold.
Nigga.
Oh, I'll tell you how I stand.
But you
Nigga.
just
You
asking
can hear.
questions. You're not saying
Well,
what you think.
well,
No,
two
he said
things.
it.
One,
He said
I
it.
gotta
What?
set y'all up to make sure y'all can answer it. But sure, I'll tell you. I feel exactly what I just said. I think two things. I think the money, like y'all just said, is causing these players to be some half-assed they shit.
Uh
Number
huh.
two, the point I was making just now, there are too many teams that are not even trying to win basketball games. And they're making, like you just said, as a point I was making, Michael Porter Jr. makes more money than Michael Jordan did per year back in the day. And the problem is
Uh
they're
huh.
getting all this extra money, but the level of effort is not equating to the increase in salaries. And so now there's an
But
increase in media attention, there's an increase in salaries, so everybody's fucking rich. and
Yeah.
everybody's on TV. I'm sorry.
Yep.
There's a difference between a game that I don't see between Orlando and Milwaukee on a Tuesday and a game that I do see against the Spurs and the Cavs on a Wednesday. There's just a difference. I'm sorry.
And I'm
And
no,
So,
so,
so
listen,
you
you're
you
absolutely
literally
right,
said
and
the
I'm
same
glad you
thing.
said it. No.
no, I
No,
wasn't
here,
arguing,
hold
but
on, I got it.
I'm just trying to get y'all to be able to bring your points out. That's the
No,
only
no,
reason
no,
I
no,
asked the
no,
question.
no. He's absolutely right. Harold, he did say that earlier, and I'm with you. But here's my point. You just made my point. See, you talk about Michael Jordan Porter Jr. making more money than Jordan.
That's crazy. But I mean, it's
45%
inflation.
of
But it's inflation.
45% of the NBA makes more money than Michael Jordan did.
Right. But
So
that's inflation. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
45%. So what we want to do is we want to think that when those guys back then were going that hard, that it was just for the love of the game. Them niggas wasn't getting paid. Nigga, I'm trying to get paid. I'm
Yeah, no,
going
no.
out here
What?
doing my job, and now I got paid before I did my job.
Right.
And now I'm getting the credit on social media before I did my job. I'm famous before I even get to the NBA, bro. I'm
Okay.
famous. In high school, Seventh Woods was fucking famous, though. He went to Heathwood High, private school in Columbia, South Carolina. The man made #1 on Sports and blew the fuck up. From that point on, he was the #1 player in the nation. That was when he was in the 8th grade. You know the
I
problem with
remember.
that? You know what the problem with that? The social media portion of it. Because now what they did, and I watched it happen. Me and my homeboy Ed was talking about this shit. We watched him play, bro. We watched him play like the next year at Spring Valley against one of our players. And our player was kind of eating him up. And we was like, damn, like, what the fuck? And my Ed had to tell me, he's like, bro, he's only a 9th grader, bro. He still got a bunch of holes in his game. But that's not how he being sold to you. That's not how he
Right.
being sold when
It's a
he's selling
fact.
out the whatchamacallits. See, that
It's a
shit
fact.
wasn't happening when Jordan was in high school, when Magic was in high school. Yeah, they were a big deal, but you didn't have that social media engine behind it. That's a different engine. That's a different engine, and it can go bad. What? And I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to be clear on this. You're absolutely
Okay.
right, Michael Porter Jr. Whether you put on a Nets jersey, Bulls jersey, whoever the fuck, my nigga, you make $40 million a year. You should come out here and give me 100% effort. I'm absolutely with you on that. But is he not giving the effort, or is that organization who is pretty much
It's
new?
both. It's both. And so
You
that's
see
the
what I'm
problem,
saying?
right? And so that's
So
another problem that the NBA has.
right, but there's more teams to look at that now. It's
Right.
more teams.
It's
You know
more
what I'm
teams. It's a
saying?
third of the league. It's a third of the
And
league.
again, and you made the point. Now you see everything. You know, like when we was coming, and when I was in high school, bro, like the Bulls played on TNT. I had to have some special satellite to go watch the Raptors, whoever the fuck played and playing on TV. Man, I can see every fucking game right now, dog. I can see all these niggas play whenever I want to, and everybody has that access. That wasn't around. That means there's more eyes on you. I'm just saying, I love the game of basketball, bro, and I agree with Drew. It is a bad product right now. But I'm telling you, we have a lot to do with that and how we approach this game. Like we don't want to let go of shit, and we don't,
So
and we don't like. Y'all know everybody who's watching the show. I'm the biggest LeBron fan out there. I'm already looking for the next guy that I'm gonna follow, and I'm not gonna say you're not as good as LeBron because you didn't play like him or you didn't do
Bronny out
this.
there.
You
Bronny
know
out
what I
there.
mean? You didn't do, and and again, little shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's a negative presence. That's a negative presence online. Like, we're mad at him for getting his son to the NBA.
I'm not mad. I'm not
I'm
mad at
not saying,
Bronny.
I didn't say you.
You can start from the ground level up.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying you, Twan. I'm talking about as a people. There are
Okay.
super
Yeah.
negative accounts online and more negative than positive talking
Yeah.
about Villanueva wanted to take a shot at Bronny because LeBron James in it, and they need the views. They need the views on their podcast. So he said
Bronny
some
Bill is
slick
a
shit.
waiver.
Charlie
Come on now.
Villanueva for the last 8 years of his fucking career never averaged over 6 points a game. My nigga, if we
Oh,
talk
Phil
about old
Knight.
school, do you
That's
really
a
have the
throwback.
validity to be talking this shit? And Theo Pinson, if I'm not mistaken, I think you played 1 year in the NBA. Raymond Felton, I'll put you up there, but you're not a Hall of Famer. Like, you niggas don't have the class or the clout to be talking like this, but this is what you see and hear all the time about the
So
game of basketball, bro. So yes, we have something to do with degrading that product.
So
We
so
do.
so okay. I'll
We
say
do.
that. You're right. You're right with that. Here's the problem the NBA has. It could be partially our fault. It's 100% their problem though. And so
Absolutely.
here's the issue that they're running into. And I'm not saying women's basketball is going to eclipse men's basketball right now.
It will
However,
never
come
do that.
apart.
It will never do that,
Here's
though.
here's what does happen. Here's what does happen. And I'm a sports fan. And it's not gonna happen again. I'm not saying that women's basketball is gonna take over men's basketball. There's a whole lot of other issues in this country for that to even happen. So we can go into that. But the point I am making is this: for a sports fan like me, who is not, I'm gonna watch the NBA because it's the NBA, and I don't care because it's the NBA. I'm gonna watch a good sports product.
Yeah.
There's an NBA game on right now, and there's an unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball game on there. Ask me what's on my TV.
You gonna watch the Unrivaled? I would too.
Depending on the game,
Yeah, I would too.
I'm gonna watch. So there, I don't know the impact. I don't know the level of impact, but there are people. They are losing. I don't want to say losing viewership from a drastic level. There are alternatives being placed on television,
More
especially with the amount of NBA games that they have.
right, more options. There's more options out
It's
there now.
way more options, and I don't. It's not like football. If I don't watch this week, I gotta wait a whole other week. If I don't
Yeah.
watch tonight, I watch tomorrow.
But again, that's like Walmart saying, shit, we made 10 billion this year. But Target made shit, they made 8. They might be coming to take our spot. You know what some rich motherfucker sitting up there saying, man, nigga, we made 10 billion. Ain't
I'm
nothing
gonna tell you
wrong.
why that's not true. You walked into
Ain't,
Walmart
ain't nothing
lately,
wrong.
it's looking real Targetish. You walked into Walmart lately, it's looking real Targetish. I'm just saying.
All I'm
But
gonna say is
I hear
this.
you. I hear you. But
All,
they notice.
all
The
I'm saying is
billionaires
this.
notice too.
It's no disrespect to the women's game. They are having their 90s moment right now. And when they start getting paid, you mark
Cool.
my words, we're gonna be having these same fucking conversations. Because I'm telling
Cool.
you, those owners are gonna have more to lose. So when it comes down to a player and it's like, yo, no, I want to go play for the fans. No, you're gonna sit your ass down. You're not healthy. I'm not losing you for such and such. Watch what I tell you. Watch how it play out now. Because that's just the way of the world now. But again, I do agree. Yeah, it's not it's little small things that they could do that they won't do. Like you can make it a little bit more physical. You can allow hand checking again. You can put that rule in, just no stiff arm. Like you gotta have the arm bar. You could not make the flagrant foul so pussy. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make it a
You said it
real,
already.
you know what I mean? Like you gotta
And
make
to
it a
me,
real
it's not
flagrant
even
foul.
necessarily the physicality. It's just the effort.
But
It's an
when that
effort
happens,
thing.
bro, when that happens, you're gonna start seeing that effort because you start seeing motherfuckers who don't like this nigga, and it's like, yeah, I'm going out here and giving him a bow. See that we don't see that shit no more. We don't see that no more. Like we've heard the stories of Charles Oakley smacking the shit out of Charles Barkley. Imagine what them niggas gonna do when they get on the floor on Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even a big
Get
game. The Knicks
ejected.
might suck, but it's just like you know what I mean. Like you knew it was gonna go down. It don't go down like that no more because the NBA came from druggies and cokeheads, and then they had the physical shit, and then it's like, damn, we making money. Let's clean it up some more. And they cleaned it up some more. We want to score more points. We want to score more points. See, the problem is their
They
format.
think points is the answer.
Yeah, the format is the problem. Like I'm gonna tell you, real talk, the playoffs should be 3 games. Every round into the finals.
Into
Three
the
games.
finals.
Every
Literally
round
how the
into the
women do it.
finals. Three
Literally how the
games.
women do it.
Yeah, they should go because that's gonna make it more intense and it's gonna make it less likely to predict. I
You gotta
also
be
think
able
as
to,
far as the All
you
Star
can't give a
game,
game away.
yeah, it's just little small shit they could do that would make it better. But again, besides baseball, bro, nobody has more games played in the regular season than the NBA.
The difference
You
for
know what I mean?
baseball is baseball does this all the time.
You're
They
right. You see
sit
what I'm saying?
people in half, but here's the difference. Here's the difference. It's 162 of those games. Half of them getting played while you at work,
Yep.
and you don't even know
They started to
they
do the
don't.
NBA games like that. There was a
The
game on the other
problem
day. The other shit came on like 12 o'clock. It
the
was 12
problem
o'clock. The shit
is
was
Oversaturated.
playing.
the NBA's problem is you ask for all the eyes. Now you got it.
Yeah, you just got, they have to,
You
Adam
got it.
Silver has a very tough job in making a product that's already solid more attractive to people. It's just not an easy job. So that's why I
Well,
kind of
he's
give them
got to
some
figure out
slack.
how to get millionaires to care.
Yeah, I mean, again, bro,
He's got
like
to
I
figure
just
out how to
don't
get
think
millionaires to
they're
care.
putting out a bad product. but I promise you, they not in danger of going nowhere, and they definitely not
No,
in
it's too
No, no,
danger
no.
much
of losing.
money.
Yeah,
It's
it's too
not
much
that,
money, dog. It's too much money.
what you don't do is you don't not address your issues thinking
I agree
because
with that.
what even though they may not go nowhere, that back end that balance sheet will look different.
Oh yeah,
That
oh
next
yeah,
me
To
that
me,
next media deal won't look the same, and they're trying to get into the streaming platforms like the
absolutely.
NFL is. And so what you can't do, guess what? Netflix ain't picking up your games if half your people sitting out or they being lackluster.
Yeah, and I
hmm
think the women's game has an advantage because they don't have the athleticism. Like when you watch the women's play
They got
basketball, bro, you're
athleticism.
look.
They just can't throw.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean by
right.
athleticism, nigga.
I
You
know.
know, ain't nobody jumping and dunking over nobody. Like, yeah, you might get a wide open dunk. We know, you know what the
Right.
hell I'm talking about. Okay,
I got you.
they don't have that, so you're watching for the fundamental portion, which is way more competitive. Harold made the point earlier. The March Madness will always be more
It's the
interesting than
urgency. It's the
it's
urgency.
the urgency. It's one game. If you did the NBA like that, bro, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked at what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like the Washington Wizards are ass. Give them a one game tournament and tell me they couldn't win a game. Yes, they can. Because they got NBA players on that team, bro. Like they could
Catch the right
absolutely go
one.
out there, catch the
Catch the
right
right
one.
one.
well,
You see what I'm saying? But the owners or the NBA, to your point, Twan, the NBA, here's your problem. You're stretching these games out because you want to make more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're stretching these
Right.
games. So that's where I feel like Adam Silver has one of the hardest jobs in American sports. Like for real. Because it's like,
hmm
bro, I gotta keep getting paid because I can't take these players down to a pay cut. And how do I
Bro,
keep
you
getting
got
paid without
playoff
having more
games. You
games?
got playoff games that be blowouts. Bruh, they have a problem.
Bro, that's not a problem, dog. It happens
Okay.
all the time, dog.
Okay.
my
What you're
only issue.
missing when I say here's the difference, Marcus. See, you can say it's not a problem, but guess what? You could be just one of them niggas that's gonna watch. Just you're gonna watch, and so you got to understand. Everybody don't think like you, and so the point of the
My
difference between a blowout now and a blowout you want to say back in it, whatever. I'm not even comparing it to back in the day. The difference is we're in the middle of the playoffs and half your starters ain't even in the game no more. And it's the third quarter.
that's my issue. That's my only issue in the
That's the
NBA
problem.
in
That's
a
the difference
blowout.
between the blowouts now and the blowouts,
Agreed. But let me
whatever you
ask
want to
both
talk
of y'all
about.
It's
something. Let me ask
That's
both
the
of y'all
problem.
something.
go ahead,
Let me ask
That's
both
the
of y'all
go
something. And this might not be the NBA problem. This might be softness, whatever the case may be. Was there as many career jeopardizing lower leg injuries now or back then?
So
Let
here's
me
what I'm
address
gonna
that.
say. I don't know the
Go
answer
ahead,
to
Tom.
that question, but I'm gonna answer the. I don't know. Let me answer your question. I honestly don't know the answer, but what I will say is this, and this is gonna sound cold. It's gonna sound, and as a person, I care. I care. But if you're just taking it as a viewer, I don't care. It's not my problem. I paid this NBA ticket or league pass to watch the effort. If the nigga hurt, the nigga hurt. Cool. But I don't care. Again, personally, I care. So I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but that's
Mm,
not my problem. It's not
okay.
my problem if you're trying to prevent it. Figure it out.
Okay. Now
You
let
you
me,
got you got 12 you got
So
12
that's
well,
people
fair.
on this bench. I
That's
shouldn't
fair.
have to watch. That's all I'm saying.
That's
let me
That's
fair.
all
respond.
I'm saying.
So go ahead,
Hold on,
Freak.
hold on,
My
Murph.
bad. There
So
you
no,
go.
you good. So it's not that I don't care. It's I get it if it's
And when I say
LeBron or
I don't
Luca.
care, understand what I'm saying when I say I
No,
don't
I get what you're
care.
saying. I get it. I get it if it's LeBron or Luca. I hate it when you sitting Kyle Kuzma down in the third quarter because your team down 20 points.
That's true too.
Now
I
that's
can get it
Exactly.
when
different.
it's the superstars. When you sit your whole starting lineup
Mistake.
midway through the
Mm,
third because they down 20, I do not respect that. And I don't know if it's
that's
an
fair.
NBA thing or just a team
That's
thing.
fair. I have no argument
There's
with
no
that. I have no argument
you
with
have a
that. I have
It's
no
not.
argument
you have
with
a
that.
you
I
have a
have
quarter and
none.
a half. That means you've
Can I
Yeah.
given
tell
up
you what else
halfway
I
through the
hate?
game.
I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
Go
No,
ahead, go ahead.
I have no argument with that. I have no
Answer
argument
this
with that.
question for me.
That's
You
fair.
have a when do the schedules come out? Real early, right? You know at the beginning of the season the schedule.
Mm,
Yeah.
Here's an issue that I have, and I'll use my team as an example. It, this prior Luca. Let's just say the LeBron Lakers. They have a back to back. First back to back be against Brooklyn,
mm,
and the second back to back be against Boston.
okay.
LeBron can't hit sit, and I'm just using LeBron as an example simply
Yeah,
because the
no,
Lakers
I
my
feel
team.
you. I feel you. It's fair.
LeBron can't do back to backs, cool, but he plays the Brooklyn game. Make that make sense.
Well,
If
in
you're
that
doing
particular
that,
in that
All I'm asking.
particular situation,
And that happens a lot. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would agree. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm talking about so how social media pushes the game. Now that's your team, right? So I
Mhm.
remember, and I know you're not attacking LeBron personally. I'm just using him as an
Yeah, it's
example.
just an example.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the narrative was
and he's not the only.
LeBron played against New Orleans, but didn't want to play against the Spurs. That was the narrative, right? The problem I have with that narrative, and this is what I'm talking about negative push. You didn't say that when he played against the Spurs and had 20, 10, and 12 with Wemby on the floor. Like that was, I mean, it's like you're not Douglas Smoke, but like, what does JJ Redick have to do? Like the
Well,
Spurs are going to be a team.
it's not a smoke ducking thing to me. But
Yeah,
if
no,
in
no, no,
my
no, 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 no,
example,
no. I'm just talking about the
if
narrative
you,
that
yeah,
gets pushed. You know what I mean? I know
yeah,
what
and
you're saying.
I feel,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
But JJ Redick,
make
I got to give
make
him.
that make sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense to me if I'm JJ Redick because if I'm JJ Redick, like, bro, I'm looking at the schedule early that year too. I played San Antonio 4 times. I'm not giving them this LeBron Luca look every fucking game. If I can sit Luca down one time and I can sit LeBron down one time, I'll take the L because I can pick it up here, whatever the case may be. But I gotta have some type of edge, just a little bit. Even when in this NBA day where you can see everything and all this shit is out here, he to me he comes across as
Okay,
that type of person. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
I can see it,
I
and
think there's other ways to do that, but okay,
I
I give
agree.
you that.
You
There's
you
other
could go
ways
either
because
way.
you can
Yeah, you could
reduce
go either way.
minutes, you can do a lot, but okay, cool.
But I don't disagree
Then
with
answer
y'all.
the
You
question for
don't.
me then. Why
Yeah,
everybody got to sit the same game then? Like Drew
yeah.
said.
Y'all are more so talking about the other stars. Y'all ain't even talking about the stars. Y'all talking about the Kyle Kuzmas, the
I'm talking
fucking.
about the stars too. In my question, I'm talking about the superstars as well.
Oh
Drew's
yeah,
question, I
well,
can get.
yeah. That's
Well,
why I
the
answered
reason
with
I'm
the
talking,
stars question. That's what I'm talking about.
well,
Like
the reason I'm talking
I
about the
get.
superstars is and so your argument that I don't, it's a competitive advantage. Okay, cool. I can kind of see that. I give you, okay, cool, fine. I think there are other ways you could do that, but okay, fine.
It is.
If you don't want to pay KD all the times against them, and one of them comes in a back to back, okay, I can't really argue against that. I see it. I don't love that argument, but okay, whatever. It explain then this to me. Then this, you have a team which said, let's just say, again, I'm just gonna use the Lakers simply because it's the Lakers. You know, my team. Why Luca and LeBron got to both sit the same game, and this is just a non-injury.
Yeah,
That's the
that
stuff.
I'm not with.
That's the stuff that I'd be like, y'all playing in my face. The two examples I brought up, I get you saying the competitive advantage, but if we got a back to back against a non-TV, this is a non-televised game versus a televised game, and you played a non-televised game against a weaker team, that to me, I feel okay. We took a L, we didn't have to take an L on that. But anyway, or whatever, however you want to say that. But then also, why everybody's sitting Tuesday against the Magic? Oh, because one or two. This is the one or two games that they do that on. It's the game they know they can win anyway, or it's the game they scared they might lose. So we gonna sit everybody. We just gonna lose it. We gonna lose it by 30.
But
But
see,
everybody sit.
that's what you think, Twan. Like you have no
Cool,
way to
cool,
confirm that. You
cool,
know what I
cool.
mean?
But you still
Like,
did it though.
yeah,
You
you
still
still
either
did
it's
it.
either against if you it's still against either a really good team or a really sorry team.
It
Yeah,
looks bad.
I
It
just
looks bad.
feel
The thought process be
it
damn.
looks bad. It looks
Explain to me
bad.
why everybody and so that's why you got people saying stuff like, bro, y'all playing in our faces. So even when you may have legitimate excuses for certain things, it's like, but now I'm just adding it to the list of all this other stuff, and then all that look bad.
Let me ask you something. I ask you
That's
this
all I'm
question:
saying.
a player in the Michael Jordan era, do you think they played more basketball or less basketball than a player now?
Probably less. Probably less.
Okay,
They need their
so
rest. I think you should reduce that
no, no,
maybe
no,
2
no, no. Listen, you're getting paid. You got to play. But this here's where I agree. This is the NBA's problem, and you got to figure. And the players have been bitching about this because you're out here scheduling motherfuckers 5 game road trip, 2 games one night.
Agreed.
You get 1 night off, 2 games off.
Agreed.
Yeah, you're starting to see guys get hurt, and everybody's like, "Oh, they soft." Like, no, these niggas play AAU, they play college, they play high. Bro, they play a lot more basketball than they did back then. You know what I mean? They played a lot more.
I don't
So
have an issue with the rest. It's the
yeah,
strat. It's the timing of the rest for me.
yeah, yes. At the timing
It's
of it was
the
not great.
it
It's
looks
not
like
great.
it may and so and you can't get mad at me, not you, but them can't get mad at me for assuming you ducking the really good team and just playing your guys against the sorry teams if that's what you just did. And well, then a reasonable person can make that assumption. So if people are starting to make
Absolutely.
assumptions and conclusions, then bro, that's on you.
Yeah,
Because this is what
but would you feel the
and it's
same if it was
not
the
like
opposite?
it's
You,
consistent though. It's
I
the
just
reason I think it's intentional because it's consistent.
I just feel like you would feel the same if they did it against the sorry teams. You would feel cheated.
I would.
You would
No,
And
feel
here's the
because
exactly
reason.
the
my
same, bro.
specific no.
Well, if that's
If
my
you
You
sit
feel
team,
exactly
everybody,
the same, bro.
if you sit
What
everybody, then yeah. But if
if
you
they
sit
played
one
a
but if
sorry
person,
that's my,
team and they
I think
lost
they
because
should.
LeBron wasn't playing, you
but
would
what if
feel
that
I don't
sorry
have a
team,
problem with
your
that. I don't have
words
a
would
but what
problem
if
say,
with
that
that.
sorry
I
team is my
think,
team though?
no. That's not. I think they should get rest, especially LeBron. The older, I ain't got no problem. They ain't got to tell. They ain't got to fake an injury for me. LeBron, rest, nigga tired. I understand. Okay, cool. I'm not that dude. What I am saying though is this: going back to the points I just made. If you know the nigga got to sit one of these games this week, why you got to sit this one? And I understand your argument about the competitive advantage, so I get that. But come on, and it's consistent. It's not just LeBron. It could be. It's a
But
lot of
why,
people.
yeah,
why,
it's a bunch
why?
of them.
If
It's a lot of
if
people.
I'm a
It's too
fan, if I'm a
consistent
fan
of a
and I decide
theme
to pay
for it to
my,
just be.
if I'm a fan and I
Go
decide to
ahead.
pay my
Yeah,
$150, why
the
I got to
big
sit here
game.
and research the game? I don't know about that. I just want to go see my boys. I want to go see my team. If I put my hundred and
But
fifty
that's why I was
dollars
saying it doesn't matter
on
if it's a
on
sorry team.
Ticketmaster and I go to get a ticket, why I got to worry about who gonna play tonight and who ain't gonna play? It's too much. It's too that part of it isn't appealing to me.
That's
Why
fair.
do I have to
And
worry about
and it goes back to the point that I made.
now? I got to research. Why I got to research it?
You shitting the fans.
Oh,
You
Braun
Yeah,
you
played
robbing the
last
Go to a
fans.
Tuesday.
good NBA game and you watch maximum effort, and then you go to an NBA game and you see non-maximum, and it's cheaper. You're right. It could be because they're not making the money. But as a fan, you know what? I don't care
yeah.
Right.
because I
No, that's
paid
fair.
my $150, and so again, it may not be the NBA's fault, but it's their problem.
Yeah, it's
Right.
definitely their
It's damn
problem.
sure the problem.
Right.
I definitely don't
Damn sure the
disagree,
problem.
and I'm with Harold. It's just like I said before, like you'll start to see it, bro. Like when those guys look at their product, and that's what they look at their players as. They look at them as product, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, yeah, just like y'all don't care as fans. Like I don't give a shit that you paid $150 and we playing the Washington Wizards, and I decided to send LeBron down. Fuck you, nigga. Come
Yep.
back next week, because
Yep.
I
That's how
got
they
another
look
My
at
nigga
it.
that wanted
my
your ticket.
but my
I
only
got
issue with
another
that is
nigga that
this.
wanted your ticket, bro. Like,
I hate
Yep.
the NBA because you won't know LeBron ain't
Yep.
playing until game time. And to
no,
Right.
Twan's point earlier, you playing this prior to. You know games you're not playing.
yeah,
They'll say he's game time decision. I bought the
Man, no, the
ticket
NBA
Mm.
player.
4 days ago. 4 minutes before the game start, he's out for the game. That is an NBA problem. That's a team problem to me. They should be finding more teams
yeah,
for that because you know before four
I
minutes before the
agree.
game, this nigga wasn't gonna
I,
play.
I like finding them. I like finding them because the Ravens
You
got in
should be
trouble
out.
with
That's the
with
term.
Lamar this year
Yeah,
when they was like
yeah.
they tried him out. They like he was gonna practice, and then last minute it was like he ain't gonna play. They fined the Ravens for
That's
that shit.
bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like,
As you should.
nah,
That's
bro.
bullshit.
You been shitting the people all week. Everybody thinking they gonna buy it, but see the NFL, the Shield to me, the NBA is never gonna eclipse the Shield. They
Yeah,
never
that's what
gonna
they're
eclipse.
trying to do.
But that's the problem. And it goes back to what you said
Well,
about offensive coordinators. If you're great at one thing, keep being great at that one thing. Don't try to eclipse them because, like, doing little shit like, everybody knows Thanksgiving is the NFL's day. Everybody know that's what we
but
load
the
up to.
NFL went on Christmas though,
Yeah,
so
but
they kind of having some
they did
territorial.
it after the NBA did that though. And
Oh,
I'm not sure about that, but I think they did it after the NBA did it. You know what I'm
you
saying?
definitely
Like,
should be sure about
yeah, I'm not sure, but
that. Yeah,
and
but
even
that's
so.
yeah.
Like you just got to know your place. And again, like I said, it just comes down like Harold said, bro. Like you know, the fans matter. But again, if I'm an owner, bro, and I'm selling out my arena every night, I do care about you. I do care about your opinions, bro. But if it's best for my business to sit my guy down last minute because I want him to rest, I don't feel the need to let you know that at 1 o'clock that afternoon because you paid your money.
So
You know what I mean? Like, oh well,
Hmm.
nigga. Like, oh
I
well.
feel you.
I bet you them niggas who playing
Well,
front row they get a little message. Hey, LeBron ain't playing tonight. I bet you they get a little something.
Probably so. But here's what I'll
You
say.
know what I mean?
Here's what I'll say. We'll close it out on this. Here's what I'll
Yeah.
say. We'll close it out on this. You're right. You're right. It may not be their problem. Here's the problem, though. From using my project management teachings and learnings, you have to forecast. And when you're forecasting, if you continue to play in these people's faces, it used to be a scenario to where no matter whether the game was good or bad, I'll use myself as an example. I'm gonna watch the game. Harold, you remember how we used to be. If it's a game on, we're watching the game. It don't matter if it's a game, it's a game. Now, no. Then it turned into, well, if it ain't a good game, I ain't watching it unless it's the Lakers. Now is, if the game ain't good, I'm not watching it. And there's a lot of people that are operating under that fashion. And we could act like it's not a lot, but the more options people start to get, the more widespread this is gonna be. And the last thing I'll say is this: we in our 40s, my guy. These dudes and these people in their 20s don't care. They don't
No,
remember the 90s. They don't,
no.
you know what I'm saying? They this. So now you operate. They have to operate under the fact that who's going to get the new fans, and the NBA is doing a fine job of getting new fans. Don't get it twisted. But
Yeah, yeah.
if you have a fan that grew up with at 5 years old, had I had the WNBA and the NBA and all that, you never know because you had all those options. But the NBA got a head start for us. Right? And I'm not saying we wouldn't have, but the point I'm making is by the time the WNBA came in and women's sports in the United States, boom, came into really fruition, we was in our 20s.
Yeah.
By the time it really hit the booming stage, so we were already ingrained and used to it. Kids nowadays, they grow up with options.
And
So
that
in 20
again,
years, when they're in their 30s and they're in their 40s, what does that look like? That's all I'm
Yeah.
yeah,
saying.
I
Grow
mean
that new.
that's a hard fight. That's a hard fight,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Like it's
tough.
more
Interesting
options, more
conversation.
shit.
And it's tougher. It's tougher for them now because you got the right person who make a post and say this game is trash. Guess what? They make that post. They just affected 250 people who might have turned the game on, who are gonna
I'm
say,
gonna tell you this.
"I'm not
250,000.
gonna watch it."
The
250.
Well,
WNBA, the
depending on who
WNBA
says it.
is
Right.
Yeah.
way better
Right.
at marketing their players.
Right. So
Way better
so that's why
at
you got to
I
have that
think it's
marketing their
product, like
players.
you
easier to
said.
I, I think it's easier to market a fresh product. And yeah, the WNBA
Yeah.
came
No, but
along
they use
when we
they
were,
really, but they really dive into the personalities of their players in their marketing though.
but
It's different. It's a
they also
different
allow
marketing.
them to do shit that they don't allow them to do in the NBA, dog. You love watching WNBA, dog. They beat the shit out of each other out there on that floor, bro. Like they
They
physical
play.
as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like so again, they're
But
not
to me,
at
it's
that
not the
level.
physicality; it's the effort.
But that
It's the
But I
same
get
thing.
it.
Y'all
But I
saying
get
the
it.
same thing.
It's
Y'all
not
saying the same
yeah,
necessarily.
thing.
like
No. I hear Marcus. Marcus isn't wrong. But for me, I personally think I could live with it staying less physical, but I can see the effort. You see what I'm saying? That's all.
and,
And the reason I'm
and I
saying
get
that is there's certain players you can look at and see it, and they play within the same rules as everybody else.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
I guess
NBA isn't
because
physical or
again,
give effort.
yeah, and that is very true for I think a lot of fans. Torn, I guess I see it differently. If you don't impede me being able to do certain things, it looks easy and lazy because we talk about top notch athletes. If you're not impeding this guy from having to make a real hard move to get to their spot on the floor, and you're not allowing the defense to be able to fight back, it doesn't look like it's effort because it's
But
not.
there are defenders that do that.
Yeah, but they're not far they're far and few in between. They were far and few in between in the 90s. It's just you had niggas who wasn't good defenders that just fouled the shit out of everybody. And you automatically said, "Oh, he can lock anybody down." Like, no, nigga,
Well,
you're fouling him. You're fouling that now that's a foul. Now it's a
I'll tell you
foul,
who
bro.
ruined it. I'll tell you who ruined it for me. It's gonna be your boy Drew, Steve Nash, and the
Oh my
D'Antoni
god.
sons.
Oh my god.
Really and truthfully ruined it because they was like, "Fuck off,
Fuck
fuck
basketball up
defense,
for you. Keep up
fuck
basketball up for
defense."
you.
But anyway, we'll get up out of here. We had a good conversation, Marcus. Just so you are aware, next episode we're probably gonna talk about the Super Bowl. I
Well,
know
Super
you
Bowl
don't
Sunday,
like
that's
Kaepernick.
fair. That's That's fair.
No, we're not gonna record on Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe Monday, but we're definitely not gonna record on Super Bowl Sunday. But
Oh, okay.
maybe
Yeah,
Monday.
I was prepared to,
We'll figure that out. Well, it
Okay.
goes late. We'll figure it out.
I don't
We'll
know.
see
Maybe
how
we
it
go
goes. But
early.
anyway,
Maybe we go
just
super
wanted you to
early.
know
I
we
don't know.
probably gonna talk about.
Yeah, we can go early.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
Unless
it.
y'all
We'll
just plan
figure
yeah.
it
on
out.
getting, shit faced on the Super
Because
Bowl.
if we not going also because then that's another pre Super Bowl and we have to talk about the Super Bowl at some point in time. But anyway, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, in between time, you still listening. We appreciate it. This has been another episode of the Hot Seat. It's your boy E.A. Smith. You already know what it is. Best sports analyst not on ESPN. And we out.
Y'all ever notice how
Yep.
he be like E8 Smith, like he's saying like